Hi, my name is Jeffrey Gold, and not only am I Peter Barrington's personal accountant, I also trade the markets. And before I met Peter, much like you, I struggled in trying to trade using a bunch of different trading techniques, just to always find myself on the losing side of over 95% of my trades. And after several years of wondering why a handful of traders seemed to make a consistent multi-million-dollar a year income, while almost everyone else lost in the market, I happened to meet a guy by the name of Peter Barrington, who wanted a top-rated accountant for his highly successful trading business. And by the way, as his accountant, I can 100% attest to the fact that he really is worth the tens of millions he says he's worth. And not only does Peter walk the talk, he's worth a ridiculous fortune. Peter Barrington, if you don't know anything about him, has quite a unique history. As it turns out, his grandfather, Robert Barrington, or Bobby B as they called him back then, knew this guy named Jesse Livermore, and if you know your stock market history, you'd know he was one of the greatest market traders of all time. And Jesse, in his skirt-chasing, drunken days, hung out with Bobby B, and it was during their friendship when Jesse revealed his deepest secret of how he was able to make so many remarkable and almost uncanny stock market predictions on a dime with such unbelievable accuracy. And this trading secret is a method that Bobby B decided to call the slice. And Jesse never revealed this secret to anyone else, nor did he write about it in his books about trading. So what is the slice, and how can it possibly make you rich trading the markets? And this will give you an idea of what this is.
How would I describe trading the slice? It's the best darn trading secret there is. Hands down. All I have to say is the slice changed the way I trade, and it completely changed my life. It can do the same for anybody who wants to follow this to the T. If you don't do it, you're lost. It just means that you'll never be good at trading the markets, in which case, just stop trying. But if you do want to change this, it can change everything for you. Guaranteed.
If you can follow a simple set of directions, you can do this. A first grader can do this. That's literally how easy this is. When my IQ was tested, I was told it was below average. And maybe this is true because when I started school, I sucked at math. I sucked at English. I sucked at sports and pretty much everything. My point is that I have very few skills that I can be proud of. And I'm definitely not someone with any kind of talent. And I can do this. I do this successfully and profitably enough to where I don't have to work at a miserable corporate job. And that's saying a lot for someone like me.
Someone in a coma or a blind person can't do this. Everyone else can do really, 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 really well if they just take a little bit of time to learn it, apply it, and then watch your margin account explode. Just explode. Just major explosion.
I have been trading the markets for several years, and I have seen everything when it comes to trading. Every trick, technique and method you can think of, I have seen it all. So when I found out about the slice, I was thinking to myself, this is just another too good to be true scam. But I couldn't help myself. I like to trade part-time, and I thought, what if there is something I never heard of and the slice is that thing? So I invested in the slice system, figuring I will just return it. Seems stupid, except I never returned it. I did everything that was outlined in the system and started making a lot of money really fast, way faster than I ever thought possible and much faster than I had ever experienced before in my entire life. This slice method, I don't know how else to say this, it's Pretty powerful stuff. Try it, you will love it.
So you take a chart, it can be a day chart, weekly chart, monthly chart. I like weekly chart myself. You shouldn't use multi-decade history chart with one line representing an entire year, except if the time spent is stretched out much more. Listen to me, I sound like a total amateur when I'm telling you this. It's probably because I am. I didn't know much about trading the markets before, and I still don't know a lot. But I'm doing really well with this, like damn good, that I would never believe in a million years. I've actually been thinking about quitting my day job, and I probably will in the next month or so. 2 months ago, I started with $110,000 in debt, and thanks to this system, I've been able to pay off $85,000 of it. I want to pay the rest off, and then I'll ditch the day job. Sorry I got on a tangent there. What I started to say is, you take a chart, and it has to be a stock index to get the most precise on-point market predictions, and you lay the slice down. Like I said, this can be for day trading or whatever you want it to be for. I don't like day trading, it's a little too much for me, but I trade on weekly charts. The slice for me has always been on point and accurate with every trade I've done so far. Every single one.
Hi, so as you can see, I'm shooting this from Waikiki Beach, Hawaii, and this system actually gives me the freedom to go anywhere in the world and do anything that I want to do as long as I have an internet connection and a laptop. And so a little bit of background about me, I actually years ago traded in the commodity market, and over the years I found that that was just really stressful for me, so I actually quit, and I was convinced that no other trading system or strategy would ever catch my attention again. And then I found the slice, and the slice actually changed absolutely everything as far as how I feel and what I believe in trading the markets. And so I recommend that if you are interested in making money and having financial freedom with trading the markets, this is definitely something you cannot miss. You have absolutely everything to gain and absolutely nothing to lose with this.
Yo, you're an idiot if you don't do this. That's all I have to say. A total idiot. If you think you know anything about making money trading stocks, you probably don't. Stop kidding yourself. Stop lying to yourself. You don't know as much as you think you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here right now. If you've lost money in stocks, you definitely don't know what you're doing. So stop trading until you learn how to do it the right way. Nobody should trade a single stock until they understand how to slice. This will blow your freaking mind. 1,000 ways till Sunday. So stop being an idiot and just do it. Stop losing money, start trading with the slice, and start making money for a change.
If you're thinking this is too expensive, how much is this? That's the wrong question to be asking. Wrong question. If somebody was giving you all of the accurate numbers to win next week's Powerball and it was, say, $250 million, would you start nickeling and diming the person who's trying to sell you those exact 6 winning lottery numbers? And then if that person gave you a money-back guarantee if you didn't win, would you still be complaining about how much money it was? No. Double no. Hell no, you wouldn't. Well, if you were smart, you wouldn't. You would figure out how to get the money to pay for the future forecast of those numbers. So this is the same thing, kind of. Except this is like having those set of 6 forecasted winning lottery numbers week after week for the rest of your freaking life. It's the gift that keeps on giving for as long as you want. So if you gotta ask how much, you probably can't afford it, and you probably shouldn't have it anyway, because you clearly see no value in what's right before your eyes. This is only for players, not for tire kicker wannabes.
I have to tell you this. This changed everything for me. Everything. It gave me options, freedom, choices, the financial freedom to do things and to live the way I wanted to, but never ever thought was possible for me. I just thought this level of wealth was only for the ultra wealthy and super rich people, the elite. I never actually thought that the average Joe, Joanna Q citizen as myself could tap into something so powerful. Absolutely never. And I'm still in shock as just how financially powerful this is. This changed everything for me. Absolutely everything. And it can do the same for you. It's just a matter of following a simple blueprint for success that anybody can do. If you can follow instructions, you can definitely do this too.
I'm not that smart. Really, I'm not. I don't have any degrees. And sure, I did pretty well for myself in my career, but that's because I did what I was told and kept my nose clean. When I retired, I realized that I didn't like living on a budget. That just wasn't me. I was used to getting a new leased car every 3 years and living in a nice house. When I retired, though, I thought now I have to downsize to a condo and drive an old pickup truck if I'm going to be able to afford my health care, mostly my prescriptions. And I did not like that idea at all. So I tried trading with the slice, and this changed my life. It gave me more than enough financial cushion support to allow me to live as comfortably as I wanted to in my retirement. I just took my wife on a 3-week cruise that cost over $63,000. Even when I was working, I would never have paid that much for a vacation of any kind. I didn't care where it was. But now I can do those kinds of things as often as I want. I wish I had known about this 30 years ago. Can you imagine that? All the places I could have visited. All the time at the office I would have passed away. But hopefully by the time you get into this, you're younger than I am. It's never too late to get started doing this.
Trading the slice, all I can say is this: it will change your life. It will change everything for you. It will allow you to control how much money you want coming in. It will allow you to control what you get to do with your time, since you'll only be working maybe an hour or two a day, max. I think I do about 30 minutes a day, and that's it. No more than that. The slice will allow you to travel, buy what you want, go where you want, experience what you want. And it will give you the financial freedom you are looking for. That is what life's about, isn't it? Doing what you want to do and not giving all your time to building somebody else's dream, somebody else's wealth. Trading hours for dollars, who the heck wants to do that anymore? Not me, and I can bet not you either.
Can you look at a chart? Can you lay down a slice on the chart? Can you place a trade online? Can you spend a measly few minutes a day doing all of this? Because if you can, you stand to make a boatload of money with this. A boatload. If not, well, never mind then. Just more money for me.
If you do this, great. If you don't want to do this, then don't. You're stupid if you don't, though. But I don't care either way. I know what this system did for me and what it continues to do for me, day in and day out. I know how fast my margin account is growing by the hour, and I can pinpoint exactly what's going to happen in the market like clockwork. I get to make the money I want, and I do it without working that much, maybe an hour a day. Then I do what I want the rest of the time. It's the ultimate freedom business. So, if you don't see any value in that, or if you're skeptical, I don't care. I know what this does for me, and if you don't at least try it, you'll never know what it can do for you.
Years ago, I traded the commodity markets, and I lost a load of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars of life savings. My wife, well, she told me that I wasn't allowed to trade anymore. Now, I didn't plan on things working out this way, but I was burned, severely burned, and nothing could convince me that anyone, anywhere, could make any money trading anything. That's how bad it was. And then this thing came along. I didn't really want to do it, but you know, everybody promises the moon, nobody delivers, but there was something about this that was different. Now, I don't know how to explain it. It just simply resonated with me in a different way. So without telling my wife, I ordered the system, and I figured that if it was the same old garbage, then I would simply send it back and nobody would be any the wiser. But when I started digging into the system, I knew that this was different, and in a big way different. Now, I can't describe it to you. Now, there are the basic fundamentals, they're the same. I understand that. And nobody can assume that each person out there knows something about trading, because most people don't. So I got past all that, knowing why those things were in the system in the first place. But then I got to the goods. And I looked at it thinking, this is really some powerful stuff here. It's simple, but beautifully simple. Now don't let its simplicity fool you. Now I started paper trading, made over $100,000 on paper in 1 month, starting with a fake margin account that had $5,000 in it, because that's what I would do in the real world. Then, when I was ready to trade real money, I had to sit my wife down and tell her. So we went out for dinner, a couple of glasses of wine, and then I told her. And it worked, because I got her on board, tried to do this to trade with real money, with a real margin account. The results, absolutely unbelievable, and far better than I actually achieved using the paper account. Try it, it works.
Have you guys ever noticed that there's only a few people who really make all the money? The top tier guys that are making all the money in that particular industry. Now, a lot of industries, that is because the top guys that are making money have unique talent or extreme skills, and that's why they make so much money. And that's why also they are the only ones with those unique skills or talents, and therefore they deserve to make so much money. But when we talk about stock marketing and marketing in general, then there's a lot of guys that are relying on luck. Like they walk into a casino playing roulette and they're trying to make money based on luck, and that never works. That is like, guys are just like sheep leading to the slaughter and getting murdered and losing all their money. Then it's much better for you to take your money, put it in a bank, and at least you will have some interest on that money. But if you want to make money playing the stock market, then you have to have a system. And you have to have a system that has been trialed and tested and that has been proven to work, and that's going to give you a return on your money. Okay guys, think about it for a little bit. Don't be a sheep. Don't just follow and don't have a plan. Get a system, a proven system that has a track record that you know works, and make some money like the top tier guys, the 1%. Alright? Don't be like the 99% that lose all their money because they're relying on luck. You're not going to win the lottery. You're not going to win the lottery. The chances are minuscule. Alright? Walk in, get a system, get a plan, and make it work for you. Alright? Guys, see you soon. Ciao, ciao.
I started with a goal, something I thought that was outrageous. Profiting $10,000 in one day. For me, that was pretty outrageous. It was about a year ago when I set that goal. And now, I have profit days like that at least once a week. At least, sometimes more. Last month, I set a new outrageous goal, $100,000 in one day. I've reached that one already too. I think it's time for me to make another new outrageous goal. How about $1 million in one day? What do you think? I'll let you know when I hit that one.
If you want to be a successful and highly profitable trader, the only way to do so consistently and with pinpointed accuracy is with the slice. In my opinion, there is no other way to get these kind of results in the market. Just no other way. Seriously, there isn't.
First, I didn't like being told that I should only use the slice with certain markets. I wanted to make money with stocks like Amazon or Disney. But then I started thinking about how dense-headed that was. The only reason any of us invest in stocks is to make money. So why should I care if it's with Amazon or with the S&P 500? If it's doing well and it's legal, who cares?
For anyone considering doing this, just do it. Okay, you have nothing to lose by checking it out. The only thing you've got to lose is when someone else does it, when your friend does it, when he drives up to you in his brand new red Porsche that got $300,000 and says he paid all cash for it. How did he pay for it? Trading using the slice. You won't only be jealous of his brand new Porsche, you'll also be jealous of the fact that you knew about the slice first and you didn't use it. You didn't get the brand new Porsche. Don't let this happen. Just do it. If you don't, that'd be stupid.
Okay, so let me prep you for something. When you get the slice system, inside is a big fat warning label that says you are not allowed to share the system with anybody, like nobody, except for your spouse or partner, and that's about it. The slice is a big deal. It's a secret on the down low, and now I know why. It's because it works like nothing else, and the profits you make are nothing short of freaking amazing.
I've been around long enough to know that there are only a small handful of course-altering crossroads you will see in your lifetime. A lot of people don't get an opportunity to stand at a crossroads like this and to pick which way they get to go. You can choose the path you're already on, the path of sameness you've always had to this point, which is probably mediocre and not cutting it, or to choose the path of having a huge semi-truck full of cash that is instantly available to you at the click of a mouse button. And this money can give you choices you never had, like where you want to build your dream house and where you want to travel to, or sailing around the world in $1 million yacht, because you can trade from anywhere in the world with a laptop and internet connection, or what your next car or fleet of cars are going to be. Make sure your dream house has a 6-car garage. Don't forget that part of the dream house plans. You have to have at least a 6-car garage, maybe bigger. You will want a big safe too for all of your cash.
Everything about life is assessing your risk-reward ratio. And that's how it is with trading. Risk versus the reward. But there's also a risk in not doing something, like passing something up. Like maybe passing this up. The risk is that you pass this up and your life, trading, and income stays exactly the same. Or maybe it gets worse because of the economic changes. That's your risk right now. Now the reward is that you open yourself up to a whole new world of trading that can completely change your life. So the risk isn't getting the slice and trying it out. The risk is not getting the slice and not trying it out. Because you'll gain nothing by at least not giving this a shot. You gain everything by opening up this whole new world to yourself that will make you very wealthy. If you'll just give it a shot, just try it, you'll be shocked, excited, and amazed at just how accurate this system is. I know it blew me away, and everybody I told about the slice, it blew their minds too. Not to mention our margin accounts. Just try it. You will be surprised at what this can do. But you have to be willing to make the commitment in learning how this works. But most importantly, you must actually use this strategy. Knowing something isn't enough. Believe me, that won't make you money. But using it, that's what matters. Using this strategy can make you money, and a lot of it.
There you have it. A lot of success stories, but with just one powerful key trading ingredient, the slice. If you're a serious trader who wants to make a very serious income by being in the top 1% of traders who make tons of money in the market, you'll discover exactly how the slice works no matter what it takes, no matter what it costs. You'll do it. You'll learn the slice And most importantly, you'll use it with every trade from here on out. And likely you'll make a lot of money with it. But remember, this is only for serious traders. This is not for casual traders who have no respect for trading, or El Cheapo that thinks they should be given the secret for free from an online blog or a downloadable report. If you're that kind of person, then this definitely is not for you. Again, this is only for those who are serious traders who have a deep desire to become a top-tier successful millionaire trader. If that describes you, then it's time for you to discover the secret behind the slice. Click on the link below to get started right now.